Hi guys and welcome. So I was asked to share some more information on my experience with glasses. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to make this not too long. So I started wearing glasses when I was, I guess, a preteen. So what I noticed first is that I was having difficulty at school, like reading the board and seeing things from far away. And as I mentioned in my other video, which I will link somewhere, I was having trouble like looking down at my schoolwork and then up and things would be blurry. And so I had friends who had glasses and I would borrow their glasses so that I could read the board properly and take notes. So I finally had an eye doctor's appointment. They confirmed I really could use some glasses, and so I got them, and I remember putting them on and going outside at the eye doctor's office and being like, oh my gosh, that's what the trees look like, and like being just like so amazed at what everything looked like. I mean, it's hard to get used to glasses. Anytime you get new glasses and new prescription, things do look a little weird. Your perception's kind of off a tiny bit. The floor might seem a little bit close, or just your perception's a little bit off until you kind of get used to them because it's new. What you're seeing is brand new, basically. So basically then every 2 or 3 years after that, I would go back to the doctor and get a new prescription. Now, luckily for me, every time I went back, the doctor was always like, oh, just a minor change. And so each time it's just been a minor change. And actually, I'm pretty sure one time they didn't even change it. They kept the same prescription, but I still got new lenses because over time your lenses get dirty. I mean, as a girl, you get like hairspray, gel, other like hair products get on your glasses. If you're cleaning them with your shirt instead of a proper microfiber cloth, then that can like just wear down on it. And so over time they wear out and they get dirty, and sometimes you just can't effectively clean them anymore. So I know one time, I'm pretty sure they didn't change my prescription, but I got new lenses and it felt like I had a new prescription because it was like clean. So basically my experience with the eye doctors, and different eye doctors will have different things that they might do. So my experience is I go in and I sit with my chin on a thing, and you look through some things and they ask you, can you see this? Can you see this? And I'm not entirely sure what they're doing, but they're asking you to see stuff. And then they blow like a puff of air in each eyeball, and you have to try and keep your eyes open. I've heard some eye doctors don't do that anymore, but the ones that I've gone to still do. And then you go back into the waiting room again, and then you get called back by the eye doctor. And you have little lenses that they pop over, and it's like lens 1, lens 2. And you look at a set of letters on the wall, and sometimes they have you read the letters. Sometimes it's just a row, sometimes it's just one letter, sometimes it's a whole sheet of letters. And they basically ask you, does 1 look better? Does 2 look better? Does 2 look better? Does 3 look better? And you go through a sequence. You do one eye and then you do the other eye. Sometimes they'll go back to the first eye again. They'll kind of finally settle on a number and kind of like, how does this look? So it's a lot of based off of your perception of what you're seeing, or what you think you're seeing, as to what prescription you're going to end up with. So now, what my last appointment we also did, so that's the basis of just like checking your vision. Now, what my last appointment also consisted of was I had eye drops, so they could check like the dilation of my eyes, and they could look into your eye to check for inconsistencies like the shape of your eyeball, because the shape of your eyeball affects whether you have astigmatism or not. And then it also, like, if you might have like cataracts or glaucoma, or like there's some kind of disease going on like back into the eyeball. So they get your eyes real big with these drops. Now, the drops aren't supposed to hurt, but the last time they did sting, and then you can't see with the drops. I've had the drops before and they haven't really affected my vision, but the last time I had the drops, I could not see. So Thankfully, I planned it with my husband there. So the eye doctor that I go to, when I was small, I lived in a small town. There was one eye doctor in town, and that's who I went to. As I've gotten older and I have moved, I have just gone to whatever eye doctor is attached to the, like a Lens Crafters or something like that. So I've had a few different eye doctors. I've bounced around a bit. So after I'm done there, they give you a prescription. I actually don't remember what my prescription is. Every time I go in, I'm like, I don't know. Can you look at my glasses and tell? Because I don't remember. So I can't tell you what my prescription is. I do know that they have told me that it's not that bad. Now, to me, it's bad, but I know that there are people with much worse than I have. So, you know, some of the kids that I work with, they'll be like, oh, can you see this? Can you see this? And I'll be like, no. And they're like, wow, you can't see. And I'm like, no, I can't. So I don't know. I don't know what that means. But, when you go to the store to get glasses, you go in and you get to look at and try on different frames, which can be a challenge because when you don't have your glasses on, because you're trying on frames that have fake lenses in them. So you can't actually see what they look like on your face. So you're like right up into the mirror trying to see what they look like on you. So pro tip, take a phone with you, camera phone, whatever, regular camera, and take pictures of yourself or have somebody come with you and take pictures of you. And then you can actually look at the pictures of what those glasses look like on your face. There are tons of different styles, and something might fit your face, something might not. I prefer currently, for the past number of years, I have the frames on top and then they're empty on the bottom. So that's kind of the style I like. I've also found that certain colors don't look good on my face with my complexion. So you need to look at, you know, color of the lenses. You need to look at, you know, plastic versus like metal as far as the frame goes. These types of lenses have these pads, which a lot of people hate because they can move, especially if you like lay down or have a kid who grabs them. So they may need to be readjusted. Now my sunglasses, I do have prescription sunglasses, so these are them. Now I've had to have these readjusted many times because, as you can see, this is massive. That like does not fit my head. So I've had to have them readjusted numerous times. I'm very frustrated with this pair because they just keep expanding out no matter how many times I've had them readjusted. So that's really disappointing, but this is what my sunglasses look like on me. So they're actually regular glasses frames with just darkened lenses inside. They're not like sunglasses, if that makes sense. But yeah, so that's those. They're the same prescription. Now I do recommend, now to get an extra pair of glasses, you end up, oh, and this case, I've had this case for years. I just kind of like keep passing it on to different glasses because I love it. It's hard, but it's soft and it's relatively small. So I do recommend, if you can afford it, to have a secondary pair of glasses just in case, because if you lose your glasses, if you break your glasses, you are stuck. Now this, obviously having these two pairs of glasses is more expensive than just having the one pair, but I need sunglasses for if I'm driving or just my eyes are very sensitive to the sunlight, and I've heard that blue eyes tend to be more sensitive to the sunlight. But anyways, so I have the two pair. You can get transition lenses that change. They get dark with the sunlight, and then when you go inside, they change back to clear. I have not had great experiences with those, but I know people who have. You can also get contacts. I don't know the full process with contacts. I don't like contacts. I've heard that when you first get fitted for them, the eye doctor will be the one to actually put them in and out of your eye, which totally freaks me out. I don't think I'd have a problem putting them in myself, but taking them out, I would. And I like the look of glasses on my face. I feel like my face is missing something without them. So this is my face without glasses. And you can actually see, without my glasses, you can tell I have a crooked nose. But it's not as noticeable with my glasses on. But anyways, so you can get contacts. I don't like them personally for me. You can get transition lenses. I personally don't like those, so I get the two pair, which is more expensive. If you can afford to have a backup pair, do it. If you cannot, what I recommend is keeping your most recent old pair, so just in case anything happens to yours, you do have a backup. And I have had instances where I've lost my glasses. You can't find them because you can't see, so you need somebody else to find them for you. Or if I'm dyeing my hair, I'll put my old glasses on, because hair dye will will affect the color of this because it's plastic. There were a few other things I think I was going to talk about, but I don't remember. So that's my experience. My insurance, I've been very lucky. My insurance has covered a lot of my glasses, but it's never covered the full cost. And honestly, each frame is a different price and your lenses are different prices. Oh, you want to get, I can't remember what it's called, but there's coatings that you can get on your lenses. There's one that's like, oh, I can't remember what it's called, but basically it helps with reflection. So it's really good for when you're driving with like the lights reflecting, especially if it's raining, and also for looking at your phone and is it glare? Phone and computers. So I can't remember what that's called, but definitely that is worth it to get that coating. Again, for computers, for looking at phones all the time, for driving, getting that, I think it's a glare reflection protection, whatever it is, get the coating because that's worth the extra cost. I can't remember what else I was going to talk about, and I can see that this video has gotten long, so I apologize for that. If you have any questions, if I haven't been clear on something, comment down below. I will answer any questions that I have an answer for in the comments because I don't want this to be too long. If you have something else very specific that you want me to make a video about, I will do so, but I will just try to answer questions down below. And that's all off at the top of my head that I can think of at the moment. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it answered some questions for you. And if you're interested, you can follow me on Instagram at AmandaRay_87. Check out some of my other videos if you're interested. And I will see you for another one, hopefully. Bye.